Thank you everyone for coming. Welcome to the presentation by Dr. Tai. I think we would like to appreciate everyone who is here. And of course, we have a very special guest. Mr. Teo Eng Dee, who is previous CEO of the MPA, as well as currently is Deputy Secretary of MOT. So yes, thank you thank you everyone else for being here. If we can invite Dr. Tai up the stage to sort of walk us through the presentation.
And to command this 200 to 300 ships is quite difficult. So to command this 200 300 ships to fight in the sea battle, we show that the Longyamen was quite a powerful sea force. Okay, and it also showed that the prosperity of the port actually lasts at least from 1225 to the year when this Zhong Daiyuan written this, that is 1330. So exactly about 100 years. So probably more, because there are no mention about it before that. Okay, I believe starting from Chola, Singapore already started to trade with China very frequently. Okay, that's just my opinion. So hopefully you enjoy it.
An event by Singapore Maritime Heritage Interest Group, and it's very interesting to see a different community of people who are here to, I think, share and experience, to learn more, and also the interdisciplinary between ceramics and history, and also naval expeditions. All these things are very exciting, and I'm really glad to be part of the experience here today.
I would say the key takeaway is other than learning that Singapore has a really deep history when it comes to maritime, and that actually make us even more proud to what we are already as part of this community, maritime community.
Dr. Dai, his research, I feel it exciting, really make Singapore history extend further into the past, and then we know that we are a port, and then there has been a lot of trading.
The connection between the subcontinent of India and China goes back historically as well, in a very peaceful and trading environment. And obviously, our heritage now is very much interconnected within this whole region, and we should appreciate and learn more about it. Really enjoyed today's session. Thank you.
Today's talk was very interesting. I think it changes our perception of some aspects of history. I know some of it is quite speculative, but I think it maybe reinforces some of the thoughts and speculation that's already out there. One thing I think the Malay Annals, it maybe alludes to the fact that Singapore was its first great Malay port, and maybe we find some truth in it based on what's said today. So I think it's pretty interesting, and I think it challenges the notions or conventional notions of Singapore's place in the history of the region.
It's an opportunity for Singapore to think about the real history. We are not speaking about the speculations. What you can see in this event is the real history of Singapore. The reference by archaeology, but also by documents. And putting them all together, you can find what the history of a really important country of Southeast Asia is evolving.
About the Chola period, that was something I never know before. Overall, the talk is very informative. It tells me a lot more about Singapore history before Sir Stamford Raffles. So that was really interesting.
Views of how Singapore came about with the Chola kingdom combining with the Song dynasty and having a trade through Malaya, which is the name given during those times, and or rather Malayu, and now it has been found that they have been part of the trade between China and Singapore, which is the present term used.
Learned so much about this history of Southeast Asia, as well as the maritime ports that goes way back. For example, like 1,000 years back with the Chola dynasty, and it's just been amazing because I've learned from so many different angles and perspectives what the port on Singapore, which was previously called Temasek, means for all of us, not just in trade but also in cultural exchange.
I used to be from the Navy, and I used to sail past Tanjung Balaya, and I didn't know that there was so much history surrounding Tanjung Balaya. So thank you, Dr. Tai.
So, for example, the term Longyamen here, I was taught that it meant a dragon's tooth, but here it came with a different perspective. It came as in like there's a different meaning to it. They say that it means lingam, which is an Indian word. So I think history is something that we all have a different perspective to it. It takes a different subjective to it. So yeah, I think that's most important lesson that I've learned today. That
over the last few decades, most of the focus has been on recent history over the last century, 2 centuries, colonial period. But really, not enough people are paying attention to the very early history of Singapore and the surrounding region. The most important part of this talk was that it went into that area, and it made us consider who was living on Singapore maybe 1,000 years ago, maybe 800 years ago. Most likely it was an entrepot, so multiple ethnicities here. These are topics that I think we should be delving into, and I'm very happy that Professor Tai is doing that.